communicating with developers of the future, including yourself. In this video, we will explore the ways in which the source control history is a chronicle of the life of the project. We will look more closely at these topics that have already been touched upon: history, commit messages, merging, reset, and revert. Follow me on a journey exploring less of how Git works and more of how we can use it to our best advantage. Git History. This is a closer look at Git history. Recall that the Git history is a set of commit objects, blobs, and file references chained together by a reference to their parents. An engineer would call the Git history a directed acyclic graph of commit objects. There is a terrific explanation of this as it relates to source control in this book by Eric Sink. As a software developer, the Git history is something far more significant and extremely important. It represents the life of the project, showing decisions made along the way in its evolution. It has the fingerprints of every single person who worked on the project. And it becomes an invaluable reference, searchable and capable of reproducing the state of any change in any file from any time in the past. It is an important artifact. The history in Git is rarely completely linear. In other words, it does not often represent a single continuous timeline, particularly when there are multiple developers contributing to the project. As you have seen, we can use the git log command to explore the history of our repository. Like the commit command, the git log command has an immense set of options and modifiers. Here are some that I find most useful for exploring a complex history. I recommend you experiment with each of these on your repositories. You can use man git log to see them all. Viewing the history and understanding the relationships of multiple commits, branches, and merges can be quite difficult with the command line. If you are using a graphical operating system, the command git k is invaluable for getting a bird's eye view of the history. I cannot demonstrate it here on Nitrous, but here it is in a Mac. The --graph modifier for the log command creates a text approximation of what git k can do. In this section, we took a close look at Git history, specifically different ways to view it. Next, we will explore the commit message in more depth.